Hi, my name is Rick Jordan. Thank you for clicking on this video. If you are new to this channel, the About section of the channel provides a bio, tells you who I am. If you are interested in supporting the music and the talks on this YouTube channel, right below this video, you can click like, support, share. If you're interested in providing any kind of financial help for this channel, in the comment section, you can visit my Patreon page. This is talk thing number 28. I'm calling it Dog Food, a River, and Relinquishing Trust. The passage that I've chosen is Luke chapter 9, verse 23. When you have a couple of minutes, go ahead and read Luke chapter 9. That way you can have the context for this verse, but we're just jumping in. In the Common English Bible, here's what it says. Jesus said to everyone, "All who want to come after me must say no to themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me." Let's begin with the first phrase. All who want to come after me must say no to themselves. When I was a child, we had a dachshund. Some people call them wiener dogs. Shotzi was her name. She was a standard size, short-haired brown dachshund. Now, I'm not technologically smart enough to know how to put an image on this video, but I know how to use our black and white printer. So that's a dachshund. Proof that God has a tremendous sense of humor. One day we set out on a 2-day trip. My parents, Mom, Dad, Rob, and me. And my parents decided that we would simply keep Shotzi in the garage. They covered the garage floor with newspapers for obvious reasons. And since Shotzi ate 2 bowls of dog food a day, we set out 4 full bowls of dog food, plenty of water, closed the garage door, backed out of the driveway, barely even started up the street before we remembered that we had forgotten something. Pulled back into the driveway, opened the garage door, and you know exactly what I'm about to say. The dog food bowls were empty. Shotzi was laying on her back. She was so distended that she looked like a sausage that had been on the grill for a while, like a plumper hot dog, and she couldn't move. She had her 4 little legs in the air, and she just stared at us as we walked in to pick up what we forgot. I don't remember exactly what happened after that, but probably we made some different decisions about how Shotzi was going to receive care while we were gone. Now Shotzi was not Mensa material when it comes to canine IQ, but most dogs, especially hound dogs, if you provide too much food, they're going to eat too much food. I have an observation about current American culture. We are being fed, constantly fed, inundated with, bombarded with self, all things self, self-indulgence, self-promotion, self-absorption. I mean, we're being fed constantly. It's everywhere. And most of us, we just keep eating. I know I've been guilty of that. And we become distended. We become gorged with self. We become narcissists, really. So my question becomes, how do we stop eating? How do we stop just taking in the relentless messages about self-orientation? In late 2020, the middle of December 2020, I basically cut myself off from all social media. I made that decision because social media was triggering my panic attacks. But I've basically stayed off social media since. I mean, I have a Facebook account and I post these videos on Facebook, but by and large, I am not a part of social media. And I'm a better person because of it. I'm not saying that's what you need to do, but if you resonate with what I'm saying, and if you agree with me that we are just being constantly fed messages about self, then maybe just pay attention to how those messages are coming to you and make some decisions about saying no to self. Jesus said to everyone, all who want to come after me must say no to themselves. And we have to start somewhere. So let's start there. Continuing in the passage, all who want to come after me must say no to themselves, take up their cross daily, which I think Jesus meant taking up my way, the way of self-sacrifice. Take up their cross daily and follow me. And I want to give you a couple of scenarios that hopefully will provide a picture of what I think this means. Scenario one, you are standing on the bank of a flowing river and you have a glass with you. It has a lid. You bend down and you fill your cup, your jar, with water, and you close it. I guess it would be accurate to say you now have the river. And because the lid is closed, you can take the river with you wherever you want to. And you basically have the river. You're in control of that little part of the river. I think that's how a lot of people approach the life of faith. We want to be in control. We want to have God in our lives. But we keep the lid on and we're kind of in charge. Scenario two, you are standing on the bank of a river and you have a glass or a jar, it has a lid. In scenario two, you lay the glass or the jar down and you jump into the river. You don't have the river anymore. The river has you. You're going where the current takes you. You are not in charge anymore. Speaking for myself, I'm doing this more and more all the time. In this talk, I'm calling it Relinquishing Trust. The recovery movement might call it letting go and letting God. Maybe we wordsmith it just a little bit to say letting go and trusting God. So there's a lot going on in this verse. All who want to come after me must say no to themselves, take up their cross daily, and follow me. Jump into the river of life. And in John chapter 7, Jesus refers to himself as living water, his spirit in us, living water. As we come to an end of this talk, I want you to take a moment to be still, to breathe in, to breathe out a couple of times. Relax. And now I want to give you the same verse, Luke 9:23, from the Message. Hear Jesus saying this. Anyone who intends to come with me has to let me lead. You're not in the driver's seat. I am. Grace and peace.